Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Please feel free to write to me at walkwithtak@gmail.com if you have any question regarding this video or any other videos that I've posted in the past. If you have any video that you would like me to make, please let me know. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Now, as you know that the goal of my YouTube channel is to help you to make home cooking practical, efficient, creative, and fun. Therefore, I always looking for questions that how to make home cooking more spontaneous and as well as more efficient. And this is the reason that I developed the fast cooking system, which has 4 components, that is flavor chasing, advanced prepping, stir frying, and template-based cooking. Now, stir frying is the primary focus of this cooking system. It's a technique that I utilize because of its convenience and efficiency. Now, there are many ways to cook. There are many different techniques. And stir frying is a technique that are based on frying. Now, a lot of people have questions is that why stir fry is such an efficient cooking technique? And why frying? Now, this question leads to another important implication of the cooking system is the use of cooking oil. And quite often people will ask me, how much cooking oil should you use? And in fact, this is a question that was raised recently. And this video is designed to address this question. Why do we use cooking oil? And if we do so use cooking oil, how much cooking oil is too much and how much is too little? Now, the use of cooking oil has a number of reasons, but probably the most important is the reason for flavor. As you remember, one aspect of my cooking system is flavor chasing. Flavor chasing means that you cook to achieve maximum flavor for your dish. Now, there are many different ways to achieve that flavor that you want, and flavor has many different components. Flavor can be considered to be, of course, what we experience with our tongue, but flavor also can be experienced with our nose when we sense aroma. And we know if we lose our sense of smell, a food will not be tasted the same. But flavor has also other aspects, such as texture. Flavor also can include mouthfeel. And flavor also can be included with temperature. And last but not the least, a flavor often affected by its appearance. So why stir fry plays such an important role in creating flavor? And among the stir frying process of very different aspects, why cooking oil is so important? Now, one reason stir frying is a great technique is because it is very efficient. It only uses a very small amount of cooking oil. But the question then becomes that how much is too little and how much is too much? Now, in order to answer this question, the first thing we probably need to look at is that why cooking oil is important for stir frying. Now, the answer actually turned out to be both simple and complex at the same time. It started out by the understanding is that you can cook food, make them taste better if you use a temperature higher than boiling. Now, of course, we know boiling is a good way to cook. But it was discovered that if you cook food, which the ancient has discovered millions of years ago when humans first conquered fire, when we have evidence that people start to cook, and we realize that cooking food by fire make them taste better, and of course also make them more digestible. But the flavor is important today. We all know that grilling and barbecue create food with wonderful flavor. And then subsequently that it becomes realized that if you cook food at a higher temperature than the boiling temperature of water, food actually tastes better. So that's led to develop many other methods which can cook food at a higher temperature than water. And one of this method is frying. So why frying works well? I'm sure frying probably discovered accidentally. People find that if you heat up oil and you cook food in oil, well, which is frying, and the food tastes better. And the reason it turned out that is something to do with a chemical reaction known as the Maillard reaction. The Maillard reaction is a chemical reaction that takes place at a temperature range between about 250 degrees to 300 and maybe 30 degrees Fahrenheit. It was discovered at this temperature zone that a chemical reaction known as Maillard reaction will take place, which is a chemical reaction discovered by a French biochemist. He found that when food are being cooked at this temperature, the molecules on the surface of the food start to interact with each other, and the end result is that they form what we frequently call them flavor molecule, that we find it flavorful, and this makes the food taste better. And it also quite often shows visual evidence of when this happens. Browning is a good example. The food change color, that's developed this brown color. Now, because oil can reach a temperature somewhere between 400 and 450 degrees depending on the type of oil, therefore, if you cook food in oil, you can create a cooking environment much higher than boiling point. There's a temperature between 400 degrees and below. As long as you are below this temperature, you can cook food, and the end result is that you can generate flavor molecules that would not be possible otherwise if you do boiling. Now, of course, frying is not the only way to do it. Baking, roasting, grilling, they're all able to achieve that, and we all associate food that cook with this type of cooking technique tastes better than boiling. Now, boiling is an extremely efficient way to cook food as well. You're able to soften the tissue of the food ingredients, either whether it is animal tissues or plant tissues, and the end result is makes it more digestible. But boiling do not create the type of flavor molecule that is possible under the Maillard chemical reaction. And this is the reason why frying become popular. Now, stir frying is really a variation of frying. Now, in case of frying, of course, we all know we immerse the food completely in hot oil. And in this case, of course, the temperature is more even and the food will cook more evenly. Now, stir frying is a technique probably originated when fuel is not sufficient. So therefore, you want to cook food as quickly as possible. When you do frying, you need to heat up a lot of oil, but in stir frying, all you need to do is heat up a small amount of oil. And by using the wok, which has a curvature that allow you to focus the cooking action at the bottom of the wok. So you can add a small amount of oil, and as long as you cook the food ingredients into small pieces, by cutting them to this size, first of all, you can coat them with oil much more readily. For example, a piece of chicken, if you cook it up into thin slices, it will coat the chicken with oil much efficiently as compared to if you have an entire piece of chicken. It is also true with vegetable. So if you think about this way, is that what you are doing is that you coat the food ingredients with oil and then you stir fry it. Not only that you have able to save fuel, because the fuel will be only concentrated at the bottom part of the wok, but it also will save oil. And from this point, stir frying actually turned out to be the origin, most likely is because of its efficiency, its ability to save fuel as well as save cooking oil. Then, of course, it also saves time. And this is the reason why stir frying is the most efficient cooking technique. Now the question is that how much oil should you use? Now, the answer actually is very simple. Enough oil to coat the surface of the food ingredients so the food ingredients will be able to reach the temperature that you are looking for. So consequently is that you can use as much or as little oil that you would like. It will be a compromise. If you want the food to taste great, then you put more oil. And that's why when you go eat at a restaurant, they always use more oil than you would probably cook at home, because the restaurant is designed to make the food taste good. And so the result is that by using more oil, there's more likelihood for the Maillard reaction to take place, and the food will taste better. Now, but at home, people have a slightly different consideration. When I was growing up, people will always tell me that don't eat out too much because there's too much oil in the food. Eat at home because you can put exactly the amount of oil that you want in the cooking. And so consequently is that people much prefer to eat at home because you can control the amount of oil that you add. So I do not provide you with a solid answer, but I give you the foundation what I'm talking about. And by using this method, you can make adjustment to the amount of oil that you want to put in. And therefore, the fast cooking system is designed not to tell you exactly like a recipe does, put in such an amount of oil, but instead of asking you to figure out what the consequence or what the outcome that you're looking for. And because of this result, you can determine exactly the amount of oil that you use. And quite often, this is just a lot of experimentation. And of course, different food ingredients require also different amount of oil. So I hope this video helped you to understand what the role of oil in stir frying. I post a video each day to help you to make home cooking as part of your daily routine so that you can avoid fast and ultra-processed food. And using my fast cooking system, it is also possible for you to make home cooking delicious as well as fun. So if you would like to learn more about the fast cooking system, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. So keep on cooking, and I will see you tomorrow.